So when you're going through a breakup and it's been a couple of weeks and you haven't heard from your ex and you've done all of the things to push your ex away for good, and you look on your Instagram or your Snapchat or your TikTok or whatever it is, and they're watching you. They're watching every move you make and they don't contact you. That's gonna leave a lot of people frustrated and confused. Why does your ex look at all your stories but never contact you? Today we're gonna break that down, so by the end of this video, you'll understand why they do it, what you can do about it, and how to move forward from it. We're in the social media era right now. Everybody's on their phones, and when you're going through a breakup and you see your ex look at each individual story of yours, and you have this, you have the belief that, look, my ex hates my guts. She doesn't want anything to do with me. She told me to go to hell and to take my dog with me. I'm frustrated. I'm getting over her. I can finally go a whole day without thinking about her now, and I've been pretty good. I'm not crying myself to sleep anymore, but this pulls me back. I didn't want to think about her. Now she's looking at all my stuff. Feel like now I'm back at square one, just right after the breakup. What do I do?
So you guys, first of all, listen, don't overthink this one, all right? But you got to keep in mind, if she's looking at your stories, then she's thinking about you, and there's a reason why she's thinking about you. There's so many different reasons why she's thinking about you, but the bottom line is she's thinking about you. She clicked on your story, on your page, for a reason, okay? She wanted to see you. There was something in her head that made her think about, I'm curious about Murphy and what he's doing. I want, so she clicks on it just to kind of see where you're at in your life. What are you doing? Who are you with? Who are you hanging out with? Are you over her? Are you sad, crying? Are you hitting the gym? Are you getting all like raggedy and old and dirty and beat up looking at? It's the thought. She's thinking about you. What's going on? What's happening? What's Murphy up to nowadays? So obviously, for one, that's a pretty good sign. That's a good sign. But guys, don't overthink it. A lot of guys will overthink it. A lot of guys in our private coaching sessions will say, well, I know she wants me back. I know she does, or else she wouldn't be looking at my stories and my Instagram.
What does this mean?
It's just, the thing is, guys, she's thinking about you. That's step one. Because keep this in mind. If she didn't like you at all, if she was completely over you, she would block you. Yeah. She would unfollow you. Because like T says all the time, when women are done with you, they're done with you. They'll do everything and anything they can to get you out of their life. They'll start fights with you. They'll make false police reports about you. They'll do what they have to, do what they can to get you out of their life. So when she does click on your story, she's thinking about you.
Because people, when they go through a breakup, and especially if they broke up with you, you are under the impression that they don't want anything to do with me ever again. They don't love me anymore. They told me they don't care about me. They said, look, Murphy, just move on, okay? We're done. I want the best for you, and right now, me and you, we're not the best for each other, so just move on. And then you're like, all right, I'm in the process of moving on. And then you look at your Instagram, and you're like, why is she looking at me? I posted 8 stories today, and she's looking at all of them. I'm just at Leo's diner right now. I'm just at Leo's eating some French toast, and she's looking at it. I don't understand why she's doing that. And the thing is, she may not necessarily want you back, but you guys have been together for 6 years. Even though they broke up with you, you've been together for 6 years. It's hard to just push somebody out of your life for good and not want to know what they're up to. It's something Opus talks about a lot, and breakups are similar to death. And even though they broke up with you and they said that they're not in love with you anymore, they want to know what you're up to. They want to know what's going on. They do miss you, even though they don't want you anymore. I know that's a very confusing topic, but because you're looking at it just from the point of view that she hates you. But you were with this person damn near every day. It's hard to just kick somebody out of your life. So yeah, she is confused. She wants to know what's going on, but it may not be because she's totally interested and attracted and wants you back. It's just she just wants to have that comfort of knowing that you're okay. And she wants to see how you are, what you're doing.
And guys, for an example, like these guys that are in prison, these guys are in prison for like years and years and years. Like T can tell you all about that, all right?
All about it.
But these guys that are like doing like life sentences, like 25 years in prison, and when it comes to release date, they get this fear and anxiety of like, man, but this is the life that I know. This is all I know. This is what I'm used to. I'm used to a loud siren waking me up at 5 o'clock in the morning, having to scrub the ground with toothbrushes, eating bologna sandwiches for lunch and dinner, and the little pudding pop that Big Bubba used to steal from you. You know, I used to give it to him and for a pack of cigarettes. You know, just stuff like that. It's like this is what you know. This is what you're used to. So in relationships, if this is what she knows, not to say your relationship was like prison.
It could be with some people.
It could be. But for the most part, after being with somebody for like 25 months, and all of a sudden, bam, cold turkey, you're out of there. You have a new life now. Nope, that has nothing to do with you. She doesn't live in the same place anymore. Different jail cell now. She went out. She's out of just this jail cell, and now she's in her own apartment now. It's just like, it's different. It's not the same. It's a nice apartment, but it's different. The real world, the nice trees and everything, it looks nice, it looks good, but I missed the life that I had before because that's all I knew. I was happy there, I was comfortable there. That's exactly how relationships are. Even though it looks like she's in a better place, they're out of jail, they're in the real world with the pretty trees and flowers and all that stuff, but at the same time, they're not happy there because they're not used to being there, and it's different. They get anxiety living around in this free world. They're not used to this type of freedom, and it almost scares them. They have this fear of like this lifestyle, and opposed to what they know and what they're used to and what they were content with.
So another reason why your ex looks at your stories but doesn't contact you is because of the fact that she's afraid to do it. She's afraid of the rejection. She's afraid of the putting herself on the line because she was the one that broke up with you, and now after you've gone no contact, you put that space in between you and her. Now she realized that maybe she was a little too hasty with breaking up with you. She made a wrong decision. Now she wants you back, but now her ego she's humble now, so she doesn't want to make that first step because she could get rejected. You could say no because she's seeing how much of an awesome life that you have, and you're living a life without her that's more or less better. You may be dating someone new. Maybe you have totally moved on and you're not begging and pleading her anymore. You grew a beard and you started a new business and you put on some more muscle in the gym and you're just an overall better guy. She sees that about you. She's like, what the hell? I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say. But she is hoping that by you watching, because she knows that you watch and she knows that you're aware that she's looking at your stuff, she is waiting for you to make the first move. Because it's been months since you've texted her, and it's been months that she's texted you and heard from you and so on and so forth. And it's this long gap in between that communication. And then now she's popping up here and there, making her presence known. Hey, I'm here, I'm alive. You know, I'm here. I hope you see me. I hope you reach out to me. And this is her way of doing that, because it's just similar to women that you may be running into at the bar or wherever that you're interested in. For the most part, most women do not approach men. Is that fair to say?
They don't.
They just don't, because they don't want to get rejected. It's very rare.
Yeah.
And even when they do, it's couched under the guise of them bumping into you, sitting down at the bar, and then I had this happen to me a bunch of times. The girls bumped into me. I'm sitting down, and my friend looked at me and was like, okay. And she comes back again, bumped into my knee again. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And she kind of waited for a second for me to say something. I'm like, hey, no, it's cool. It's like, my man, why don't you talk to her? It's like, what do you mean? She just bumped in. She's like, no, you idiot, man. She wants to talk to you, dummy. So women are not really going to put themselves on the line like that. I had no game back then. I had zero game. I didn't know what I was
Why does this girl keep charging into me like a bull?
Right. Women are not going to be like, hey, big boy, why don't we go to the bathroom and make it do what it do? They're not going to do that, okay? They're not going to be overt like that, because that's just not how the feminine energy works. Feminine energy is very subtle. So especially after a breakup, you're dealing with an emotionally charged situation. She's really not going to put herself on a line like that. So she just pop into your stories a little here and there, wait for you to do it. So when she is making her presence known, hey, Murphy, I'm here. Should you contact her? Should you make the first move? Should you hit her in the DMs? Wait till the end of the video to see what we say about that.
Then you're going to have her friends, known as flying monkeys, okay? They're gonna be kind of stalking your page too, kind of like, you may have those mutual friends and they're gonna be kind of looking at your stories too. Sometimes, and I hear about this all the time, but sometimes these girls, they don't want you knowing that they're looking at your story. And again, don't overthink this, but they don't want you knowing that they're looking at your story. they're missing you, they're thinking about you, so they're gonna have their flying monkeys, aka their friends, jump on the Instagram and look at your page and flip through it, and then report back to her and let her know, yeah, Murphy looks like he's doing pretty good. He's hitting the gym. He's pretty swollen now. He has a girl. I don't know if it's his girlfriend, but they were making out on the beach in Tahiti, you know.
She has the biggest booty I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh my God. I don't know if it's fake, if it's real, but it was big. And she's gonna get in her feelings about that because you told her I don't date women who got big butts. And then she got a little, nice little bubble, and she's gonna get insecure about it because she's seeing a woman that's more attractive than her.
And then your ex-girlfriend will just say her name is Jillian. All right. Then your ex-girlfriend is gonna be like, she's gonna get that anxiety feeling, and like we talk about, she's gonna start thinking about you more. Man, did I mess up? What? Oh my gosh, I need to do something. I need him back. He's doing good without me. He can't do good without me because I'm doing horrible with this little new cake boy that I'm with right now. Oh my God, I made a big mistake. And that's when she reaches out to you.
How dare he have a better life without me? That was the best thing that ever happened to him. And they'll even go to certain lengths that they'll create a fake Instagram profile to spy on you. They'll create a profile that's based on your dog or your cat. And I'm not making that up either. We had a private coaching session with a guy who said they had a dog, and she created his ex created a profile
for her dog
and was reaching out to him as the dog. And he knew it was her, obviously, but these are the lengths that they'll go through to reach out to you as opposed to overtly reaching out to you, making it really obvious. So, like you said, understand that when you're dealing with a breakup, man, it's going to be things that you're never going to be seeing before. It's going to be curveballs. So if you had a pet hamster or a pet iguana, and next thing you know, there's a pet iguana named Harry reaching out to you in the DMs, might be your ex, okay?
Might be. You never know. But at the same time, you guys, do not overthink this because it could be a possibility that you guys are still like on mutual terms. Everything's cool. You guys are broken up. And she was just hitting that button, flipping through everybody's story. And she just completely ran through she didn't watch the whole video clip. And she just kind of skipped through it, just hitting the finger, trying to see if anything like instantly would like catch your eyeball. Blew right past yours. Guys, don't overthink this because that is a possibility.
Now, if you do see it on a daily basis and multiple times throughout the day, then yes, but a lot of guys, oh my gosh, she's back. Oh, she's back. Oh, she likes me again. No, don't jump the gun because it could just be her spying on you, just wants to know what's up. You want to deal with overt appreciation and overt responses and overt cooperation from your ex and from any woman that you're dealing with. So social media, that exists on social media. You want to deal with real world responses and real world communication. So your ex is maybe liking some of your photos or just looking at your stories on a daily basis. Don't be provoked to want to reach out to her. That's not enough because she left you. She put you through the ringer. She put you through a gauntlet. You're just now starting to come out of the emotional trauma that you were dealing with. You've healed from the situation. And if she wants to get you back, she's going to have to do a lot more than look at some of your stories. So you want her to call you or text you and then put that type of energy out in the forum to make you, make that first move about getting back and going to, not getting back, but going on a date or linking up and, making sex happen at the end of the night. So just looking at your stories is not enough. She's got a lot more to put in and invest if she wants to get back with you. And that's something that most men really have trouble with because they say, oh my gosh, she's back now. That's not it, okay? You still have a lot more work to do. She still has a lot more work to do. And that's the topic of a video that we just did recently about the stages of no contact. So go ahead and check that video out and we'll see you on the flip side. Peace.